Hello and welcome back to another Friday night here at Heroes and Hooligans. I caught myself before any of you could this time. Where we are playing Concentricity Echoes of Eden, Episode 11, Nuance and Nuisances. There's a pretty big nuisance heading our party's way right now, actually. Rory, would you mind catching us up on how we got here and what's heading your way? Though, of course, only one of you knows about it.
Well, so a bomb is on its way because Yakruta we showed up at a safe house and Yakruta communicated with whoever she communicates with to let us know that we're there. And during that time, Lillian and I were introduced to the rest of the gang. MSG started cooking. Archie's chip ran out, but we were able, I think Mark was able to install it just barely, and it's working, so he's all good. And we all went to bed, and then Mark heard a beeping noise and woke everybody up. And we don't know a bomb is coming, but it certainly would be nice to know that. And that's what happened.
Yes, that is what happened. A very succinct summary for a very action-packed, or not action, but emotion-packed couple of hours for our party. And we'll pick up right where we left off, with Mark freaking out in the living room because he realized that his datapad has been cloned.
Shit, everybody up! Everybody up! Fuck!
I run into the
yeah,
room
Archie
wherever.
kind of gets up from whatever slump state he's in and runs into the living room.
Doc, I need you to look at my data pad real quick. There's something going on with it. Something's tracking it or something. I don't know.
Can I do a tech check on it real quick?
You can absolutely do a tech.
And
yeah.
Can I
yes, you can.
guidance in this situation?
Those words?
No, those weren't words.
Can I give guidance in this situation?
Yeah, you can give guidance.
Okay.
D4. Where are my D4s? What the fuck?
You have been gowned.
Oh, there they are.
What is the guidance Aurora gives?
+4. Or I'm sorry.
No, like...
Oh, I'm sorry. I was like, it's a dice? It's a spell?
We're off to a good start.
I'm gonna look at Archie's messed up arm, like really janky arm, look at my arm and go, you got this, buddy.
Don't tap it too hard. Don't tap it too hard.
I knew not to. It was a very light tap.
So with guidance...
Yeah, and you just tap Archie's arm, and the little pieces of tech that run all through your body, not just your mechanical arm. For just a second, you let your processor assist his, take the load off of his brain to work his arm and do it for him.
Thank
Archie?
you. That's an 18 on the tech check with guidance.
Okay, on an 18, I'm going to give you the things that you can see aren't happening. Your location is not being tracked.
Mm-hmm.
Since Yek put the tracker jacker in, no incoming data has been downloaded to the pad. It's like nothing's coming in.
Got it.
And you can see the only apps, so to speak, that are affected are Mark's messaging and Mark's photos.
His messages and his photos. I'm gonna kind of that information to him, being saying hey, you're fine, you're not getting tracked or anything, but
you can also see with the model of datapad Mark has that Mark would intentionally need to take it off for the camera to be exposed to take a picture. So it can't be just taking pictures and streaming images.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mark's got, being a little more middle class in an area with a little bit of a higher rent, Mark's probably got an older model It resembles more than anything you know those scanners they use at Amazon warehouses that they have you strap onto your arm?
Yes.
Yeah, it's basically one of those. Mark has the strap for one of those that he plugs his data pad into.
Okay. I'm gonna relay like all that information to him, being like, yeah, the only thing that I can really like pick up on is basically his messages kind of being a little wonky and his photos being like a little sus.
Okay.
Yeah, you
so
think,
we can at least...
and just to make sure I explain clearly, you think something is seeing every message Mark sends and receives in real time.
Okay, yeah.
And might even be able to see like what he's typing
Gotcha.
while he's typing it.
Is there any way I could disable that?
Not with an 18, but you could attempt another tech check. The DC is higher than figuring out what the problem was, I'll tell you that.
I don't know if... Maybe if we leave it on there, I might be able to mislead them.
There's also a way you could disable this with no tech check.
There's just smashing it, yes.
Yes, it's called a hammer.
Maybe not even necessarily smashing it. Mark, this thing's in Mark's account, which is, that your accounts are logged to your biometrics. You could delete Mark from the system, though.
I'd rather not kill my friend. That's a really good idea.
No,
you could delete
his. You could delete his account.
Oh, okay. You say delete Mark, and you make it sound like, oh, there's one way you can definitely do that.
What I was gonna say is y'all both got burned. Your identities got burned, which I should have mentioned in the recap thing. So Mark, technically, you could delete Mark's account, and it would. It should be deleted anyway. So.
We might be able to use it as a means to mislead whoever's looking at the messages.
Do I have you relayed this information to us, right, Archie?
Yeah.
Is there anything around like a sticker that I could put over the camera?
Oh, the camera won't. I can't. No, but I can't use the camera unless it's off my wrist.
Yeah, the camera. It's Mark. Essentially, Mark's data pad is essentially. It doesn't seem to have access to audio. It has access. It doesn't even have access to the camera itself directly. It has access to Mark's photos.
It's old.
Okay. Well, no, we're good. We're good with that.
Yeah, Mark's data pad is essentially a modern day smartphone with a few extra physical keys.
Yeah.
It's not in the best of shape. There's some
grease on it. There's some food.
I've had better Obama phones than Mark has data pads.
Oh my god.
Also, shout out to Obama phones. Great program. We love it. I still can't make a heart with my fingers at 27 years old.
Yeah, like that.
They don't bend
just
like that.
They
don't bend like that. That's what we're getting, gang.
All right.
It's just this.
They don't, again, I got claws.
It's either I make the harder tech check, which I have a +6 on technology, which I could hypothetically. I only rolled a 10 on the previous roll.
Mathematically, with another guidance, it's not only possible, it's technically likely.
Fuck it, we ball. I'm doing it.
Okay.
You said well, let's go ahead and roll the guidance for me first.
Okay.
If Aurora is giving you another.
No, I will. This whole time I'm just trying to be as helpful as possible.
All right, that's a 4.
A 4. Beautiful.
So I'm rolling this with +7.
Aurora, you have a split second here where you recognize, you don't know code really that well, but you recognize having seen some of this code come across your desk for approval.
Mm-hmm.
This is a consortium program for sure, and you are able to give Archie a little advice on how it's supposed to work, like the layman's summary.
Okay, but I can also relay that this is the consortium watching.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
This is definitely the consortium watching.
Roger. I'm making the roll. Please be so good.
All right, I will tell you that. Okay, I was going to tell you the DCs before you announced your roll. 25 was what you needed for your best possible success.
Okay.
20 will let you remove this. With a 25,
right.
I would have given you something extra and given you the choice between removing the programs, or removing the programs in such a way it looked like Mark fully died.
Damn.
Ooh.
Well,
we could just kill Mark.
Shit. I'm not killing Mark. I like Mark.
Yek, you feel that light buzz on your data pad again.
Okay. I don't think she checks it while she's in the room with everybody still.
Okay.
So I know there's a window in the living room area. Is the bedroom that Yek is in, does it have also a window?
It does not.
Okay.
And you go ahead and give me a perception, actually. Pretty easy here, DC 11.
That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You think about the path you took up into this building and then up the stairs and through it. A window in that placement doesn't match with what you remember from the exterior of this building. You don't remember any corner windows that were floor to ceiling length. You remember brown brick wrapped in ivy.
Interesting.
And actually, you said dirty 20?
Yeah.
You think there is some sort of visual filter, like a holographic filter, on the outside of this building.
Like a privacy filter.
Yeah, like a privacy filter.
Okay.
But you know that your droid was able to get a picture through the filter.
Right. Interesting. How many minutes do I have left on the timer?
I am going to say you have 7 minutes left, and we're going to go ahead and start our real world timer now.
Oh no.
All right. You're talking with your mic muted.
I realized that. I want. What time is it?
It's about 2 in the morning.
2 in the morning. Okay. How long have I been out of the hospital? Not long. I was just like,
You've been
Aurora
out of the
knows she has
hospital
to go back
for
home.
3 hours at this point.
Yeah, Aurora would have to go home, but going home in the morning is most likely what she would do.
Okay.
Just trying to figure out time-wise what decisions will be made.
So we have no this bomb hits. Archie has no idea this bomb is even fucking coming, so I'm going about business as fucking usual.
Right.
Yeah, I'm yawning and stretching and probably going back to my room.
That spiked my adrenaline for a second. I'm getting me a snack.
Cool. You want to look through the kitchen again, see what else you can find?
Yeah.
Cool. Give me another investigation. If you want to take your time, you can roll this at advantage.
No.
Please don't.
I have -1. I don't know there's a bomb coming. Yeah, I'll take advantage.
Okay. Yeah, taking your time is just opening each cabinet and actually stopping to look through it instead of like throwing them all open and glancing. So it's like 3 minutes is what it takes you.
12.
12. You find tucked back in the corner of one of the cabinets a little bottle of soju.
Ah, excellent.
And a tin of a sealed metal tin of what look like little cookies with a chocolate covering over like a digestive.
So Archie went back to their room, and so did Aurora and Lillian, right? So MSG's in the kitchen? Okay. I'm going to pop my head in the kitchen. Hey, MSG, I'm going to go see my dealer so that I can actually get some good sleep. I'll be back shortly.
Oh, more the giggle of dust?
Yeah.
Okay. Have fun. Be safe.
Mark, give me, for free, if you'd like, you can give me an insight.
Sure.
And this is more just your common sense.
19.
19.
You want a deception? I'll give you one.
Yeah, give me a deception. I'm gonna give Mark his common sense stuff either way, but you can give me a deception.
I've got a 19 plus 8 for 27.
Yeah.
You think Yek is going out in search of giggle dust? It's weird to you that Yek has a dealer halfway across the planet, but your common sense says it's a bad idea for any of you to be on the street right now.
Okay. Actually, I don't know how you have a dealer halfway across the planet, but whatever. It's not a good idea to leave right now. I know you got your vices and everything, but we shouldn't be leaving right now.
It's not that I have a dealer halfway across town, but when you run in the circles that I run in, you can pretty much always find what you're looking for.
Right, but it's you shouldn't be leaving right now. It's not a good idea.
I'll be all right.
I'm gonna have to insist no.
Well, I appreciate your insistence, but I'm gonna go.
You will endanger all of us if you leave. No.
You'll be fine.
Everybody, she's trying to leave.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say Rory and Archie go ahead and give me perception checks, but
I mean that's fine. You could say what you want to say, but I mean she's a grown ass adult. She doesn't have to listen to anybody. She's out the door anyway.
I am gonna say with the yelling, everyone comes out into the room.
That's fine. I'm going to buy drugs. Goodbye, and she's out the door.
Lillian has a gun holding on you as your hand is on the door.
That's
and
great.
I'm stopping her and I'm attempting to stop her from opening the door.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a grapple check, both of you. Athletics.
Okay.
Okay.
The whole time Aurora's watching this happen, she's like, damn, people really love drugs.
25.
This is why I say don't do them. 25. Yek. Athletics.
I've got 18, but if you're gonna put your hands on me, I will probably
we'll roll
stab
initiative.
you. Yeah, I'm going to stab you for putting your hands on me.
I didn't. The most I did was put my hand on the door handle and stop you from opening it.
I mean, you're telling a drug addict that they can't go get their drugs, so it's not a beautiful situation.
That's fair. I got a 5.
5 on initiative. Okay, everyone else, quick.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah,
know
we got
were
45.
all in
Yeah, we
this.
got like 40 seconds before that bomb gets here.
I am pausing. I'm pausing while you do rolls and stuff. I'm
Oh,
being
God.
decent. I'm not being an ass. It's when we're in active play that the timer is running.
I got a 14 on my initiative.
All right.
I
So we
got
have
a 4.
14, 5, 4. Yek.
21.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yek, your first act. Mark has placed his hand on the door handle to stop you from exiting, and Lillian has drawn a gun.
18 plus 4 is 21 again. as my blade flicks out from my wrist. And I'm just going to cut your fingers off.
My armor class is 16, but is that a higher DC to try to be more specific like that?
We don't do targeted attacks here. It's always assumed you're doing your best. You can say this is non-lethal damage if you want, but it's going to be HP damage, not cutting a finger off.
Yeah, that's just where she aims for, is the hand.
Yeah, you're slashing at the hand.
So that is 8 damages.
All right. Mark, go ahead and take 8 damage.
Yep. Ah, fuck!
Yak, you hear a little beep from your data pad that you recognize as as your 3-minute timer. Up next is Aurora. Oh, I have to roll for Lily. We'll put her after Aurora no matter what, but
Okay.
we'll put her last.
I'm gonna use my action to do battle precognition, which is upping my armor class.
Yeah, it's mage armor.
Yeah. So I'm doing that, and that's my action. And I'm just gonna take a couple steps, like stand behind Lillian, but not in like a fearful way, but in like a she's got this way.
Yeah, you're just like back and slightly to the side from her.
Yeah. Not saying that my life is more important, but
it is to you.
I have places to be.
All right. If that's the end of your turn, we'll move to Edric. And we'll pause while we're in initiative order too, since this is assumed to happen within the span of 6 seconds.
Yeah.
To be clear.
Shit. I mean, I guess the only way to really stun anyone right now is to use flash. Because I'm basically just trying to get Yek, or prevent Yek from leaving the apartment.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'll just do that. I want to do this with like non-lethal damage. Is that okay? Because I'm not trying to kill anyone.
DC 10 tech check.
Okay. That's a dirty 20.
Yeah, easy.
Okay, cool. Do I still have to roll the 6d10?
For sure.
6d10?
Oh wait, does Flash not? Flash doesn't do damage, does it? It's just a
roll 6d10. That's how many hit points of creatures his power can affect.
Oh, it's like sleep. Okay.
Yeah, it's not damage. Yeah, so you wouldn't have to have even made that check.
Okay,
I was like,
cool.
wait a second. Flash is just sleep. Every spell is another spell, gang. Don't let them lie to you.
10, 20, 27.
27. All right.
Yeah.
And that, where are you putting the point for the Flash?
As close to Yakruta as I can possibly get, just so I can like prevent her, like just stun her enough and like give us some more time to like keep her in.
Okay, so you're putting it at the door. It's creatures within 20 feet of the door, which I'm going to say will be Yek, Aurora, and Lil, or not Yek, Aurora, and Lillian. Yek, Mark, and Lillian.
Sorry.
And it's in ascending order of current hit points. So, Mark, what are your current hit points?
42.
All right. Lillian's current hit points are 38. Yek?
Exactly 27.
Yek, you are blinded until the end of Archie's next turn.
And that's gonna be my turn because I can't think of anything to do with my bonus action right now, so I'm just gonna hold it.
All right. I think that brings us down to Mark at 4 initiative.
Well, even with Yak attacking me, or Nadia attacking me, is it Nadia? Not whatever. I would understand. Okay, this is the actions of a drug addict. having the itch and just instead of like full on attacking her, just gonna put like shove her like, well, no, try to restrain her somehow.
Okay. Well, you already do have her in a grapple technically, so you can try another grapple check to move to a pin, if you'd like.
Yes.
Absolutely. So this is going to be athletics. Yek, I don't believe you have to make this at disadvantage. Let me check blinded.
It's usually
just your attack rolls have disadvantage. And I'm going to say trying to not be shoved to the floor doesn't require sight. So yeah.
11.
Yek, you'll make an athletics to try to counter that. If you meet or beat it, then there's no change to the grapple.
17.
You're not pinned. 17. All right, so you are not pinned. Mark is still blocking you from exiting, though.
Calm down. What the heck? I get you have an itch. You gotta calm down right now.
Back to the... Well, nope, sorry. Lillian is up next. She's going to rush forward and try to club you over the head with the butt of her gun. She's fallen for the trick. She thinks this is just an addict trying to do something dumb. And the way she's trying to handle it is knock you out. A 12 does not hit your AC, correct?
No.
All right, yeah, you're good. Oh, I'm sorry. Your blind attack rolls against you have advantage. A 12 does not hit your AC. Back to the top of the order with you, Yek. You are blinded with Mark having shoved his way in between you and the door, holding it shut. And trying to force you to the ground. And you just felt the whoosh of wind past your head as something was swung at it and missed. You know you have 3 minutes left.
Okay.
Sorry, 2 minutes and 54 seconds. We started a new round.
Christ.
How exciting.
No, it's not, Vinny. For you, maybe.
Trying to decide what I want to do here.
I custom programmed a -6 seconds button into my phone timer for this.
You can do that?
Yes. On Android.
Android. I don't want to fucking check this out.
I'll send you the steps later, Vinny.
Okay.
What you doing, Yek?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I'm looking at some things on my sheet now to see.
Options. Yeah.
I've got some things on here. I'm just trying to figure out if any of them are worth using or not.
You can't spend them after a bomb hits you.
Yeah, I just like some of them require line of sight, which I don't have at this moment. And
Fair.
Sorry.
What do you mean? You should definitely use your action to do a line of sight attack. Do it.
All right. And Aurora,
Yeah.
don't forget you're on deck. So
I really don't have anything much to do because a lot of my skills and abilities that I have require a visual.
do you want to just try to escape the grapple as an action then? That'd be in acrobatics against Mark's athletics or athletics against athletics if you'd like.
I have a question.
Sure.
Because my data pad is consortium issued, is there like a panic button or something of the sort? Like an instant where you can, you know how on your phone you can push like your side button a couple times to get it to immediately call 911 sort of situation? Is there something like that on our
Yeah,
data
I'll
pad?
say there's like a pre-programmed code you can put in by pushing like a button on the side a certain number of times. If you want to try to do that stealthily, I will call it a sleight of hand at disadvantage since you're currently blind and can't see where people are looking.
Okay.
I also have a really high passive perception now, so.
Yeah, it'll just be against passives.
Ooh, observant. Nice.
Okay. Yeah, so I think I'll just push the button.
All right, you trying to do it sneakily?
I don't really think that she cares about doing it sneakily. She's grabbed by somebody and she can't see, so I think she just smashes the button on the side of her data pad there.
All right, cool. Anybody with a passive perception above, we'll say a 12, or no, we'll say a 13. Can catch that Yek is putting some sort of code into her data pad.
It's a hot 10.
Just
I got
wrangling
it.
her.
I
can't see nothing.
All right. So yeah, Aurora, you and Lillian look at each other and lock eyes for a second as you both catch Yek putting a code into her pad and hitting a panic button.
Okay.
Give me a lore check
Okay.
as it becomes your turn. Actually, anything else you want to do that turn, Yek? Do you still want to? Do you want to try to escape the grapple? I'll allow that to have been a bonus action.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking it was gonna be my action, so
No, I'll let it be a bonus action since you did it like just out in the open. It's just pressing a button.
and you said I'm at disadvantage for attack, so neither one of my rolls are any good.
Okay, so you're trying to attack, not escape the grapple.
Yeah, but isn't it at disadvantage still?
Escaping a grapple is not. It's it only affects skill checks that require sight. And I'm going to say trying to pull away from somebody who's like kind of holding you in place does not require sight. There's a good chance you'll run into somebody else who's trying to grab you, but
Yeah, it's only a 15, so I assume that Mark probably beats that because I don't have shit.
Let's see the athletics, Mark.
It's a 9. You
Yeah,
wrangle yourself free.
Yeah, you managed to pull away. Mark is still between you and the door. So if you tried to run past, like Mark would get an attack of opportunity, another chance to try to grab you. But you could move back away, like towards where you know that window hidden from the outside to be or something.
Don't give her ideas. I mean, that's your job, but like.
Hey, look, if you watched our Monday night show, you'd know how bad last time I mentioned a window to a character went for them.
I did not.
I got to kill somebody on camera on this channel for the first time.
Oh god.
Hey.
Yeah, I don't think she can't really see, so
You still have your general, like, you know the layout of this main room at least. You know where, like, what is by each wall, and you know which way you were facing when you pulled away.
yeah, I think that if she's got movement, then she'll take her movement and not care if she crashes out on her noggin outside of a window.
All right, cool. Yeah, you want to try to run, like, towards the window or through it?
Straight through it if I can.
All right. Give me an athletics check, just a DC 5 to smash through the window, DC 10 to not take any damage from the glass as you break through.
I'm just imagining Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
I've got a 17.
All right, you
Nice.
break through the window blind, falling to the earth below.
That's
A
fine.
very strange feeling without sight, as all that you know is 1 second your feet are below you, the next you are pressed against something, and the next there is a shatter and empty air.
Fine with me.
All right. The good news is this cannot do enough damage to knock you out. You're only falling 40 feet, only 46 damage.
Oh, so she fell.
Yeah,
I thought
she
had
ran
a
out.
28.
She ran out the window.
I thought
you
it
had
was like
27 feet.
floor level. I thought we were like.
No, you're up 4 levels. That's why the droid had to climb up here and like situate itself on the scaffolding to get the picture.
Okay.
All right, so 4d6. Okay, 14 damage.
Okay.
Oh, that's more than half your max hit points, isn't it?
I'm at 13 out of 27 now.
So we get to introduce a fun mechanic of Star Wars 5e called massive damage. If you take more than half of your total hit points in a single blow, I need you to make a Constitution save equal to the amount of damage you took or fall unconscious.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay.
18
So-
plus 1 is 19 for con save.
All right, you fall out of this window, still blind, crash to the ground below. You hear the screams and cries of people below as they notice you first break through, then fall, hit the ground, and stand back up. Next in our initiative order is Aurora.
Okay, this is a hear me out moment. This is when tomfoolery meets me. You asked me to do a lore check for when she was pressing that button, and that was an 18.
You recognize the code. You have one. You have the same one on your data pad.
So I know that this is like an emergency call to consortium.
Yes, or at
Okay.
least an emergency call. The consortium is a reasonable leap, but you don't have enough experience with the world outside of the consortium to know that, you know, other people don't also do that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna at least shout that out loud real quick. I'll be like, she called an emergency number? And okay. How far do I have to travel to get to that window that she just ran through? And can I see her outside of that window?
Less space than she did. She's only 40 feet straight down. You can see her.
Okay. So here's a little tomfoolery. I have 30 feet of 30 feet of movement.
I'll say you
So-
used 10 of it to get to the broken window.
Okay, so 20 feet of movement. Perchance, using my bonus action of phase shift, can I jump out of the window 20 feet, then phase shift 5 feet closer to the ground so that I take less falling damage?
No,
As a
because
bonus
momentum.
action?
No, because momentum is sustained coming out of phase shift.
Yeah,
It's what?
Thought so. I was gonna use my subtle control. but
I'll
it's only 30
say, you know what I will say? I'll allow you to make an acrobatics check, and for every 5 above 10 that you get, I'll take 10 feet of falling damage off
Okay.
in conjunction with this. So if you get a 15, I'll take off 10 feet of falling damage. If you get a 20, I'll take off 20 feet.
I got a 14.
All right, so
Wait,
that does not
acrobatics
reduce your
check.
falling. Yeah, that will not reduce your falling damage.
All right. Well, I jumped out the window anyway.
Yeah. You very quickly
That was
turn,
just my
walk over to the
movement.
edge. You turn, walk over to the edge, look down. Lillian is watching you and says, Rory, and you jump.
I've never left the other levels.
But if you'd like, you can use your phase shift to appear in front of her.
Yeah, that's basically yeah. So I would do that. How much damage did I take?
Same as Yak, 14. Is that half of your total hit points or more?
Mhm.
Give me that con save, DC 14.
No.
I believe in you, Gabby.
Nat 20.
Hell yeah.
Beautiful.
Perfect timing. Perfect freaking timing. Thank goodness. And
Yeah,
then as
you hear the air rushing around and the tinkling of little glass shards as someone falls right above you, and then suddenly you do not, but you hear breathing in your face.
I am going to use my subtle control for the first time. Or no, for the second time,
Beautiful.
because I did it on a doctor. So Yek needs to do a wisdom saving throw. The DC is 14. Please don't beat it.
What are you trying to make Yek forget?
I want her to, like, this, because it's not necessarily forgetting, it's also believing. I just want to be like, why, like, you fell out of the window, everything's fine, what's going on? Kind of like it, because I'm suspicious, and I just want her to forget the fact that she hit that emergency button, or forget what it was that made, like, that she had to leave for. Like, since I think this is a drug thing, I'd be like, hey, you're not on drugs.
Okay.
You don't have cravings. This is...
Yeah.
all good.
Okay. Yeah. Yek, give me the save.
Yeah, 14, so meets it, beats it, friend.
Yeah,
All right.
Whatever.
For just a second, that craving that's always at the back of your mind, not the one that's motivating you now, of course, but the craving that's all the way at the back of your mind quells. And the fact that you don't want dust right now lets you know you're being controlled, and you snap out of it.
Lillian, it didn't work. I can't.
All right.
We have 6 seconds. I don't think there would be time for me to communicate
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Up next is Archie. Archie, you just watched Aurora jump out the window behind Yak.
You know, there's a fun saying, when in Rome, do as the Romans do.
But we're in Paris.
Archie's gonna take out,
If anything, you should be waving a white
bag
flag.
of giggle dust that I almost forgot Sid gave to me like 4 episodes ago. Take a little bit of it, shrug a little, turn to MSG being like, see you on the other side, brother.
We're going to say taking giggle dust the same as taking a potion. Bonus action.
Cool.
Just a bump.
Charlie XCX365, take a little key, take a little bump. And I'm just gonna fucking jump out the window, man.
Everybody had the same idea I had.
Jesus. Okay.
Because MSG's military. He's like, fuck it, I'm gonna chase after them. That's the quickest way down.
Yeah,
MSG is the person here who could jump out of... MSG can't take enough damage, can't take massive damage from dropping out of this window.
I have 39 hit points. I can take the damage.
Yeah, but you can take massive damage by doing it.
Yeah.
It's possible.
I think
on
it would
46.
be really funny if Archie wound up knocking himself out in this situation.
All right, Archie.
It's really funny.
But it would
Archie,
be so
so you're taking your dust. Remind me, what's the mechanical effect of giggle dust?
Yes. As an action, you can apply the substance to a creature within 5 feet. For the next minute, the creature experiences a high that allows them to roll an additional d4 when making an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw using dexterity. At the end of the high, the creature must succeed on a DC 16 wisdom saving throw or experience a low that lasts 1 hour.
Okay, cool. Yeah, go ahead and make the jump.
Hey. So what do I have to roll for that?
Nothing.
Oh, cool. I'm making the jump, and I just take the 14 points of damage.
Yeah, the only reason Rory got a roll was because they did the funny thing with phase shift.
That's right. And I don't have to make the massive damage roll because that's not half my max hit points.
It's not 14 damage. It's 4d6.
Oh,
I just rolled 14 twice in a row.
Oh, perfect. Okay, wow.
That's where the confusion was coming from.
I'm a moron. Okay.
No, you
If anyone can guess how many 6s there were on the 46, I'll give you a point of inspiration.
3.
3.
Everybody gets a point of inspiration. Archie,
Hammerhands! Ah!
you take 22 falling damage
Amazing.
on
So
a
that's
6,
the end.
a 6,
Yeah, that's
a
it.
6, and a 4.
So, was that half your health?
Is that half your
Yes.
max?
That was very well past half my max.
Please don't be passed out and high, but also.
Oh, you know
hungover.
what, Gabby? That's great. Like, I'll just roll. What do I have to roll? A dex?
Constitution saving throw,
Constitution?
DC 22.
Oh, goodness.
Now I have +6 to the saving throw.
Just roll on that 20, you'll be fine. Just roll on that 20.
No,
You'll be fine.
you only need a 16 or higher.
Yeah, 16.
You have a 1 in 4 chance of making this.
Okay, Maggie, I believe in you.
Please be a good girl for me tonight.
I believe in you!
I'll even be extra nice and say you can add the giggle
No.
dust to it.
I don't need it! I don't fucking need it, bitch! You wanna know why? Because I just rolled a 16 on the goddamn die!
There you go.
Ah!
All right,
Be nice
nobody,
to your dice. It works.
nobody has fallen unconscious from dropping out of the window yet. Archie,
Yet.
you still have. No, you were closer to the window than Yak. You still have 15 feet of your movement, and you have your action. You used your bonus action to do drugs.
Yes. Do I want to? Yeah, why not? I'll try to hit Yakruta with the blaster pistol, just because I know she's trying to do some fuck shit now, and like being very suspicious about it.
Yeah, so you're shooting Yakruta.
Yeah.
Cool.
Damn. That escalated.
Cool.
She tried to stab you.
She's an
We all
addict.
jumped out a window, and I'm
She's
just
an
over
addict.
17, so
Okay. Being an addict doesn't mean that it's not a bad thing to stab people. I am as a recovered addict. It's not an excuse.
Congratulations on your sobriety.
That's not the
I rolled a
word.
17.
I'm just not an addict. I'm just not doing cocaine anymore.
Congratulations on your sobriety.
What was that to hit? 19?
17.
17. Yek, what's your AC?
15.
Give me damage.
7 points of damage.
Yek, you take 7 points of, is it kinetic?
Energy.
Energy. 7 points of energy damage.
Archie's pissed at this point. Okay, he's tired.
No,
he's
Archie.
hurt.
Archie, you huff this giggle dust, land, feel every bone in your body ache with the impact, just like the two who have fallen before you. Pull your gun, and as the trigger is pulled, you remember back to the first time you huffed giggle dust, just a few days ago. And who gave it to you?
Yakruta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of serendipity here.
Ironic.
Does the doctor have to make a addiction check?
No.
No. I think for the sake of the fact that we're in a storytelling environment, that's something that we would discuss behind the scenes.
Okay.
I'm not going to leave that down to a roll of the dice.
Okay, that's fair.
Besides, for most people, those dice are rolled at birth with genetic predisposition. Educate yourselves.
The more you know.
All right. End of your turn, Archie?
Yep.
Yek, you can see again.
Great.
Archie, do you want to have landed behind Yek or to the side?
To the side.
All right, cool. Right or left? This
Right.
is just so I know where you guys all
Okay.
are.
Right side, right side, right side.
I want our audience to be able to visualize the scene.
Okay.
So we have Yakruta facing actually, honestly, facing back towards the train station you guys walked here from, we have Aurora almost face to face with Yak, and Archie standing about 10 feet away off to the side, having just drawn a blaster pistol and shot Yak. Mark.
What is taking my idea? I'd run out the window.
Okay. Got anything you want to do before you hit the ground?
Yeah, I'd like to cast Slow Descent.
Beautiful. All right. What does that do for you?
A fallen creature's rate of descent slows to 60 feet per round until the power ends. The creature lands before the power ends. It takes no falling damage and can land on its feet, and the power ends for that creature.
Okay, it's just a feather fall. Single target feather fall. Got it. Yeah. You jump out the window. Where do you want to land? You can land anywhere within, I'll say, with your controlled fall, 15 feet of your Yakuta.
I will try to land right next to Yakuta to grapple her again.
All right, so you want to land right next to her, between her and Archie, or on the other side?
Other side.
All right, so on the left, we have Mark coming in, honestly drifting kind of like a feather. There's no loud thump, but just a
brag about it.
Feet land. And Mark, you have your action and bonus. Nope. Feather Falls is that a spell or reaction?
It's instantaneous self.
It's an action.
One action.
One action.
Or no, that's forced. Sorry. One reaction. Which
Cool.
take when a creature within 60 feet of you falls.
So you do not have a reaction for the rest of the turn, or for the rest of the round, but you do have your action and bonus action still.
Okay. Grapple.
Hell yeah! Give me that grapple check.
Try to go for that full Nelson. Oh, Jesus Christ. 8.
Yeah, give me that athletics, Yak.
15.
All right. Yeah, you do not grab onto Yak. Any bonus actions from Mark?
No, that's it.
All right. Just to set the scene here back at the top of the round. Or, I'm sorry. You see Lillian walks over to the window and yells down, my knees are too old. I'm taking the stairs.
I just give a big thumbs up.
And you see her walk over and begin to follow you down.
There's no fire escape? Aw.
No fire escape. Hell, the windows don't even really exist.
I don't think that's OSHA certified.
And to give the view of the people surrounding you by this major intercontinental train station, people are screaming, people are crying, people are running as a gun is drawn. A massive Nova-touched man leaps from the sky, floats down, and immediately tries to tackle a woman. A blue-skinned, maybe consortium rep? Only the consortium has the color, right? Crashes to the ground, rolling in front of the woman and waving her hand strangely as she mutters, "Everything's okay. You're not a drug addict." And see another one poke their head through a veil of brownstone where broken glass has now spread from, and yell down, "I'm not jumping, I'm taking the stairs." People are freaking out. You see a couple people actually have their data pads recording right now.
Oh, so much for secrecy.
Yeah, jumping through a window from a high-rise doesn't keep that very well.
No.
Consequences of our actions, I guess.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's my favorite episode title.
Get out of here.
There are so many times where I'm like, damn, I wish I saved that.
I don't feel like there's very much nuance going on right now.
No, I try to guess every time, and it doesn't usually end up working out.
Well, the second word is nuisances, so...
You are being public nuisances.
That's just true.
All right. And we're gonna move back to the top of our round. Yak, what you doing?
I am action, bonus action, movement the fuck up out of here. That gives me 90 feet.
Cool. The only person with a reaction to take an attack of opportunity who's within melee distance of you is Aurora. You can make grapple checks as attacks of opportunity.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna try and grapple the data pad, not her.
Okay.
Can I try and get that data pad as
I
she's
will
running
say
away?
I will say you can do a sleight of hand versus you can choose between athletics or sleight of hand yourself.
Oh no, don't do sleight of hand. Oh, I got a 19.
I also have a 19.
All right.
Okay, then who meets it and beats it?
We'll go to a roll off. Just give me a d20 roll, each of you.
13.
No.
Did you get 13?
Yeah.
All right. We will go to a third roll off. Give me a d100 roll, each of you. If you get the same number, if you get the same number.
Remember that conversation we had?
Gabby, I believe in
Sure
you.
you
You
want
can
me
do
to
it.
Gabby, I'm just gonna have you roll your tens place first. Just roll one. Just roll a d10 twice and give me the numbers in between the rolls.
I think I got it. Okay, I'm pretty sure I figured it out. I got a 15.
15. Okay. Yeah.
I've got 95.
Wow.
All right. Well, unfortunately for Aurora, we are not using Call of Cthulhu rules.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yak, you effortlessly, as Aurora grabs for the data pad, you knock it off of your arm into your other hand and just hold the arm she was grabbing for up to hold her away from it as you sprint into the city towards the station. What's your movement speed?
30, so it's 90 feet that I have with action, bonus action, and
All right.
movement.
Yeah. I will say you get the first 30 feet, you have full movement. You've got space to sprint as people back away from the commotion. But then you are pushing through the crowd, which I'm going to call difficult terrain. So you get a total of 60 feet out. And I think that's your turn, right? Two dashes and a movement?
Yep.
All right. As you push into the crowd, go ahead. Give me stealth at disadvantage for free.
Okay. Stealth is +8, so 19 at disadvantage.
Okay. You think you're blending into the crowd pretty well, like people who just saw you in you think the people of the crowd would not recognize you as the person who was just involved in the incident, like at a moment's glance. People who still know you can still pick you out, especially since they watched you run in. That's what you get for just the free action stealth that I gave you. And we'll go to the next in the order. Aurora.
Okay. So I notice people are turning their cameras on now.
You see people already have their cameras up now. People are actively filming.
Okay, then I immediately cast Force Camouflage on myself because I cannot be recorded in this area. To keep my cover, so I'm going invisible as quickly as possible. And then, is there a spot where Lillian and I would, as she's coming down the stairs and as I'm whatever, would we be able to
meet her? You could go try to meet her at the door.
Okay, so before I do that, I'm going to... Do you think it's plausible that I would have 2 cell phones or 2 data pads in this like a private
I'm gonna
like an
say
incognito thing?
no because you don't have an established background as an actual spy or anything.
Okay.
And this was kind of a lot, like you didn't gear up before this. I'm gonna say if you were home and had time to prep before all this, definitely you could have gotten a second one, but
Okay.
having just come straight from the hospital after, being at home relaxing before that.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna say to, like, I just, covered myself invisible, but right before I went invisible, I'm gonna tell them, like, meet me at, was there, like, some sort of, actually just meet me where, like, by the stairs, by the entryway where there's not people. Like, just kind of saying, like, I'm gonna be over there.
All right, now that things seem to have devolved a little from active combat, we're going to move out of initiative order. We're going to stay in initiative order, but we're going to move back to real time.
Okay. But I headed in the direction of wherever Lillian was, but wanted to at least tell the two of them, get her! But, if they can.
Okay.
But I cannot be here.
All right, Archie, you're up.
I'm going to use my bonus action to give Aurora Potent Aptitude first.
That requires line of sight, doesn't it?
Ah, fuck, it does. Well, shit. Then I'm gonna use my action to cast Smuggle on myself.
All right, get that pass without trace effect up.
And Mark if he's willing. Just to give us some fucking camouflage, and then I'm gonna use my. Am I allowed to use Culto Pack as a bonus action if I cast Smuggle as my action?
I don't. I think Star Wars 5e did away with the cantrips level spell rule, so yeah.
Okay, cool. Then I'm gonna do that, even though that's gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna do a second level Culto Pack, and I'm just gonna keep burning spell slots right now because who fucking gives a shit? So that's 2d4 plus my tech casting modifier. I always misplace these fuckers. That's 5.
You're healing yourself?
Yeah, I'm healing myself.
Okay. Yeah, you can do this in the background. Just let me know what your total is.
That's 7. Yeah. And that's it.
All right. We'll move next to Mark.
Okay. I'm hidden better. Yak ran. Everybody's running. I will follow the doctor and Aurora.
All right. You are all running over to the entrance of the building then.
Yes.
Archie and Mark, if you'd like, you can go ahead and give me stealth checks since you have that smuggle up.
Yeah.
And what does that smuggle do again?
It's plus 10 to your stealth.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so it's like...
I'm going to say, Archie, since you used your action and your bonus action, make yours a disadvantage.
Okay.
21.
That's still a 26.
Nice. Mark?
21.
All right. You, in the same blink of an eye that you appeared in, you have disappeared from this crowd's view, running off and running through it in such a way as to not catch their eye. You go to the entrance to the building. Yek, you hear 3 quick beeps. You know that's your 1-minute warning as you push your way through the crowd. What direction are you headed in, Yek? Are you headed back to the station? Are you headed deeper into the city?
Probably deeper into the city.
Okay. As you get further and further away from this international platform, you begin to see things open up some. There are still insanely tall buildings, but there is more space between them, enough space that you begin to see parks and what looks like maybe a neighborhood garden. And the sky here isn't just an omnipresent light. There is a false sun depicted above you.
Well, time moved freaking fast, didn't it? Because it wasn't.
Or I'm
2
so
a.m.
sorry. I'm so sorry. False moon.
Okay, that makes more sense.
I forgot it was 2 a.m. for a second.
What kind of buildings are around?
It is still primarily like high-rise skyscrapers here, but you see that they are built honestly taller than a lot of buildings by the area you're from, and it looks like they reach all the way to the point where their spires almost scrape the false sky, but they have less of a footprint on the ground below. Sort of a build up. Yeah, like a build up, not out philosophy.
And I know we kind of went like out of the main area that we're usually in. Are there consortium buildings around here or no?
There wouldn't be no consortium buildings here.
Okay.
You know that I think I said this. I think I went into this a little last session, but I'll
Yes, like we're
go
in France,
into it
but
again.
I didn't know if they had like.
There is a pact of peace between the consortium and the Eco Harmony Collective, but there is a reason there needed to be a pact.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know that like there's no formal extradition treaty, anything like that. Consortium forces are not allowed to operate openly here. You know they've got like some trade posts and things like that, but nobody in your line of work would be openly posted.
Right.
Even like there wouldn't be like barracks up and running like your boss works out of mostly. There'd definitely be operatives like you though.
Yeah, I just think in the heat of the moment, she's thinking like, where can I go stash myself momentarily sort of situation.
Yeah, give me a perception.
18.
18? You don't know of anywhere that you could stash yourself that is in line with the consortium line of work. But as you look over the landscape, you think of another shady environment where you know how to get protection. And you see a single blinking, it looks like old school neon sign for an entertainers club holding auditions.
Yeah, so if I could dip off into that building with my movement and such, then I'll do that.
All right. That's where we'll end your scene at this moment. Group gathered at the door. You see the door crack open and Lillian walk out. Archie and Mark, you are cloaked in a swath of digital shadow.
Mm-hmm.
And Aurora, you just straight up can't be seen. Where's Rory?
I don't know. She ran
I'm
off.
just gonna
Was it Tiara?
We don't know
Was
where
the
she
false
went.
name?
Just bolted off.
All right.
I'm just gonna tap Lillian on the shoulder and whisper and say, "Right here."
Good move hiding yourself from sight. Proud of you. This safe house, it's we're falling completely out of initiative order here, by the way.
Cool.
Got to be compromised if she's trying to run out and send signals. Especially if she said it was her cousin's place. Like, I'm so very confused. Was that? What do you know about Tiara?
I don't know anything. Mark trusted her. I'm just following him.
Archie was the the contact you were given to meet with Lillian, right? We were given to meet with Archie because Sid sent
Gil
him
did.
or something. Gil? Okay,
Yep.
so
Gil.
who the hell was that?
Gil is a broker more than anything. Works in information for us, but he's loyal. But that's because he knows that the second he's disloyal, the money dries up.
No, I'm talking about Tiara. Who is that?
You said she was on the operation with you, yes?
Yeah,
Apparently.
she changed her face.
Who'd she come with?
No
I don't
idea.
know. She was just
Who
there
told
when I
you?
got
Who
knocked
told you
off.
she was? Who told you she was with you?
She came into the store and said that she was
I
Did
don't
you-
like
did you
hearing
just-
that
And
timer
you all-
go off.
And you all hear. And the first thing you notice is the sound. The next thing you notice is the heat as rubble falls over your heads, scorched. Everyone, please make me a dexterity saving throw, except for Yakruta.
Ooh, I get to make that with the D4 because I'm on drugs.
21.
21?
I still okay. Never mind.
I also got a 21.
21? All right, that's too
I got a
good.
nat 20 with whatever. What was it? Dexterity saving throw. So 22.
All right,
Rolled my
three
Gaia dice.
successes. Let's roll for Lillian.
Watch her not succeed.
20.
Oh.
Dirty 20. 4 successes.
Oh,
I was gonna lose it.
A Vades 20.
do I have to roll for concentration on the my passes out trace?
Yes, you will. Let me give you your damage first.
I
You
also
all
have
would have taken 17 damage.
Oh, I
Because of your success, you take 8.
Yay!
Huzzah!
Which I do not believe. I really hope 8's not enough to force a massive damage save.
I'm at 4.
Yeah, you're fine. No, massive
Massive
damage is based
point.
on your total HP, not your max.
No. I'm just
I
saying
know
I
you're
have
at
4
4.
hit points.
Seeing how
left.
badly you look, I'm gonna, after the rubble falls, I'm gonna cast Give Life on you, which
You
allows
actually
you
can't
to...
see me unless I lost concentration on invisibility.
Yeah, go. Everybody, give me your concentration checks. Who's concentrating on something? Which I think is actually just Archie and Rory.
Yeah, I got the 15.
15's a pass.
17.
That's a pass.
All right, I
Hey,
don't
yo.
see you.
You keep your cloaking up as you dive through the rubble, dodging around pieces that come hurtling down. You are having to actively move and run with this dex save, but with everyone passing, also you're able to stay together as a group. Do you want to head further out into the city? Towards the train station where you run.
Following Liliana.
I am first and foremost going to heal myself. If you're
Alright.
cool with that, I'm just
First,
gonna
let me know which
do that.
direction you guys are running from the falling rubble in. This is like which direction you're going while you're making the throw.
I'm following Liliana.
Lillian, but I'm
Lillian, yeah.
I'm following her, but I am also like I need to go back to.
Okay.
Like we need to figure out a plan, but I have to go back home.
I'm going to word this very clearly for a second. As the DM, which area would you like to go explore? The train station or the city?
Archie's
Oh,
gonna go
this-
towards the city then. Fuck
The
it.
Thank
city,
you.
for sure. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll make the decision for these indecisive assholes. I'll do it.
It's okay.
There's one thing I'm good at.
It's okay. We've done it enough for you.
Better in groups. I'll follow them into the city.
Yeah. Archie dashes towards the city. Lillian quickly following, with the rest of you falling behind. And you realize the apartment you were just in has been hit by a targeted bomb. As you look back and see smoke billowing out of buzzing, occasionally stopping hologram.
I don't have enough information to connect dots to Yakruta or Natalia. It's one of the.
Would I have been able to do
Tiara
that because I
was
saw the?
Yeah, I think anyone who's been fully informed, I think it's not an unreasonable guess that the person who was trying to run away right before a bomb hit had something to do with the bomb. I think that makes sense to me. But yeah, as you run into the city and find a little corner off at the road to tuck into and catch your breath, Lillian, that was a bomb. That was a bomb.
What the fuck was she trying to do that she was trying to kill us for?
I can think of a few reasons people would want me dead.
Can't understand why they'd want me dead, or any of us.
You're suspected of stealing over 300 million credits worth of solar chits.
I mean, that's fair. I forgot about that.
They do tend to try to discourage that behavior.
Yeah, theft is kind of pretty bad, guys.
Is Aurora still invisible? Okay.
As long as I'm not, like, as long as there's like a camera possibly on me, I'm invisible.
Yeah. Hooli, go ahead and if you could check your DM. Oh, never mind. I just saw it. I just saw your reaction. Cool. Just wanted you to have that before we went back to your scene. Yeah. What are you guys doing? What? She came from nowhere. Said she was working. Who? She's working for someone. She has to be. I don't know whether it's a rival faction in the Syndicate or one of those who are trying to track you down, or...
The only ones after me right now are the Consortium.
Those are the only people with any reason to be after you?
As far as I'm aware, the Syndicate doesn't know I was involved.
The Syndicate knows I'm involved, but they're on... At least I would hope. They're looking out for me.
No, Archie, you're new to this. There's the Syndicate as a whole has your back, I'm sure.
Okay.
You're one of ours.
Right.
But there are groups within the Syndicate that would like to see other groups do poorly so they look better. If you look better, you have more power. If you have more power, you get to make more of the decisions. If you make the decisions, you either make more money or get to do what you think is right. So it's not impossible that Yek was... But I can't think of anyone who'd want me burned. I'm, pretty... I give my information to anyone who can use it.
Does anyone in the Synarchy know I'm involved?
The Syndicate? Archie, Sid, it sounds like, Tony, myself, any of the others who were there that day and saw you get bribed.
Doc, is there anybody there that you know would want to kill you? At least?
Not that I'm aware of.
So
I didn't really have any higher purpose in this group until days ago.
Okay.
I think the issue we're running into here is with a bomb, we don't know who the target was. It's very indiscriminate. So we don't know if the target was all of us or if some of us were just considered acceptable loss.
Yeah.
I almost think we could write off the consortium because they wouldn't have. And she looks at you, Aurora. No, never mind.
Where is Aurora to be looked at? I mean,
That's
I'm
fair.
definitely like
She looks in
breathing
the
on her
she
shoulders.
looks in the direction she looks in the direction she assumes you are.
It's just I'm here.
Follow
you
the sound
are-
of her voice.
Yeah, you guys see the glance. You guys actually all catch Lillian glance over at empty air where she thinks Aurora is, or where she thinks Rory is for a second. As she, no, never mind. But I almost don't think it's the consortium. I'd be worth more to them alive than dead, right?
We didn't reveal that I'm
No,
like I didn't think so.
Give me an insight for asking that question.
Okay, I just couldn't remember.
You know you were not revealed. You were not outed.
Oh, it's a low roll. 8 total.
8. You know that she was thinking something about you before she changed tacks. You don't know what she was thinking about you.
My.
Well,
I'll even say an 8 to read through a lie that thin. She thinks the consortium would want her dead.
Well, the thing is, the consortium didn't want any of us dead, Tiara. Sorry.
Wait,
Tiara.
is it Tiana? Holy, help us out here. What was your fake name?
It's currently Tiara.
Tiara.
Funnier,
Like Princess and the Frog.
Getting it wrong.
Tiara ran or wanted to get out of that building after I found out that my datapad was being tracked or, well, looked at. And the only one that would have that ability would be Consortium.
Yeah, that was Consortium tech.
So as soon as that came up, she ran.
Occam's razor says it's all the same reason, but real life says it could be. Let's operate under the assumption for right now that Yek is, or that Tiara is Consortium.
Okay.
But let's be prepared to be wrong.
I don't think we can trust the syndicate or either consortium. Consortium for sure, but
Consortium.
There are certainly people within the syndicate we can trust, but you're right. I don't think we can trust it as a whole right now.
We can only really trust those that we absolutely know we can trust.
Well, there are. Would I know if there are any veteran affairs buildings on the side of the planet? Without using my datapad?
Wrong veterans.
Veterans are veterans to veterans. That's true.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Depends what side you're on.
I don't know. I've known a couple people where it's like, yeah, I'm a veteran. Which side, buddy?
Yeah, dude.
That's fair.
I just want to make this extra clear. Right now, you are in a different country.
Yeah.
That until about 100 years ago was a terrorist organization specifically fighting the country you're from.
That's fair.
So we might not want to walk in there.
There's peace.
But it's
and most of the people who fought those wars are probably dead. But it's conditional. I will say, anyone who wants to can go ahead and give me a lore check here.
Sure. I'm good at those.
Doing that. I'm going to roll with a different dice. That one was not nice too.
That's a 1.
Oh,
that's a gentle them's 1.
Yeah. This is going to be taking the similar to roll to like what an idea roll would in Call of Cthulhu.
I got a 17.
17? What was it for Archie?
20.
30, 20? All right. I won't roll for Lillian because if I wanted to give you exposition through an NPC, I could just give you exposition. Archie,
Yes.
Mark mentioning the idea of going to a veteran's office, and then very swiftly by the group having good reasons why that's a bad idea pointed out. That tenuous piece he mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Foreign operatives ordering bombings near the main transit center for a nation would be information that the collective would love to have. They might even be willing to offer some protection for it.
I'm kind of like, I'm going to turn to MSG and I'm going to be like, I know we think it's a bad idea, but whoever called that hit in a very public area, that might be information that could get us somewhere safe. Not
That's
for nothing.
true. And they're all opposing sides are always down for double crossers or traitors, turncoats, whatever.
Look, if we're just trying to get somewhere safe to get our to grab our bearings, whatever, this might be the call. This might be the call.
They're gonna want information from the consortium from me. I don't give a fuck about them right now.
Clearly, they just tried to kill us,
Yeah.
MSG.
Lillian speaks up. Well, not to put this rudely, but I do think that the information you have might be a little less valuable than the information I would. It's
That's
a little
fair.
more. Mine's a little more up to date.
Wait, you work for consortium?
I spied on the consortium.
Oh, okay.
What the hell
That's
are we
fair.
waiting for?
Let's go.
Like that's my whole. I didn't make that clear. Up until recently, I've been on a deep cover mission as a spy in the consortium for the syndicate. That's why I have value to either party.
Fair.
That's why they would want me dead, is so that I don't have a chance to spill the secrets I know. What they don't know, unfortunately, is that I've been spilling those secrets all along. So there's not much left. There's not much new to tell.
Well, might still be worth something.
Oh, I've not spilled any to the collective. Should have thought about reaching out sooner.
So what are we waiting for? Let's get there as soon as we fucking can.
Yeah. Go ahead, somebody. I'm going to say coming off that high lore roll from Archie and Aurora, whoever makes this check can make it at advantage. Someone make me some kind of check to track down a government building. You can argue for whatever you would like.
Investigation? Possibly.
Absolutely. You don't need to argue for that. Absolutely.
I have
yeah,
plus
investigate.
6 to that, Gabby. You mind if I... Do you mind?
Go for it. Yeah. Could I have given him guidance for? Nah, that doesn't.
No, I'll say sure. I'll say
Okay.
I'll say you could give guidance. Absolutely. It's a cantrip for a reason.
Yeah.
Also, we could tell the government to try to get an asylum to let them know about the tracking of my data pad, and then they can use that to give whatever mission information they'd like.
You do remember Archie removed that.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
What's the total, Archie?
25.
Borges.
Good.
You find your way to a major governmental building here. You're in the capital of the collective. Of course, a major governmental building would be here. And you actually realize you have your choice. There is an enforcement station on one side of the street here. And then just a little ways down, a little more grand in stature, is the Palace of Vegetation, a building made entirely of shaped and living tree.
Ooh.
So they're
Hot.
elves. Interesting.
Hot.
Has it been like an hour that we were having that conversation?
I'm gonna say by the time you get here, it's an hour.
Okay, so my invisibility would have dropped, but blue skin is really rare. So is there any, like, secret cloak shop on the way where I could grab something that kind of conceals a little bit of my identity?
I will say, we'll make this a luck check. You see a couple of like department stores that you pass by where you could grab something that might be a little more. There's not many places that sell clothing that don't sell clothing that covers more than what you're currently wearing.
Well, I just don't want my blue skin to be seen.
Yeah.
But I can't wear a ski mask. You know, like...
But you think buying like a hoodie would probably solve most of your problems.
Okay,
how are you going to buy this hoodie?
With my... I mean, I have credits.
Chipper's smiling too much.
I just meant, while you're a bodiless voice.
While I'm a what?
While you're a bodiless voice.
Oh.
Yeah, you're just a
I'm
a whisper in the wind.
Honest. I mean, this is tomfoolery, but could I? Nah, no, that's not a smart idea. I'm gonna ask Lillian to do it, and I'll transfer her credits.
I'll pay you back.
Right. Don't
She knows
bother.
I'm good for it.
Don't bother. I have some cred sticks that I'll use.
And when
Rory, have you
drop,
been using your bank account for all of our travels so far?
No, I haven't spent any money yet. Should I get a souvenir?
How'd you buy your ticket?
Oh, did I buy a ticket?
She didn't.
You're right. Yeah, I would have bought a ticket. But I feel like I would have known better and just withdrawn money.
Okay, so you went to an ATM and got cash out.
Yeah, I definitely would have done that. If this is a secret meetup, I'm smart enough to know not to use my own card.
Yeah, you went to an ATM and got some cash, got some cred sticks printed at the ATM. Lillian buys you a hoodie.
Okay.
So when your invisibility drops, how damaged do you look? How bad do you look?
I have 16 hit points right now because I did get to heal for 12. I hit max on healing, which was nice.
Okay.
So, and I have 26, so I'm missing 10 hit points. So probably got
MSG
a bruise or two.
would still see your damage and hit you with a give life, which lets you spend and roll one of your hit dice.
Me?
Yes. So D6, and does it add it's fully spending a hit die?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, so D6 plus con mod.
Okay.
And then how does
4?
Doctor look?
Archie looks pretty fucked up.
I hit you with a give
He's
life.
got like dried blood like coming from his nose and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you all look bad. It might be to your advantage.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, do you go to the enforcement station? Or to the Palace of Vegetation? Which you would know is basically the Capitol building, Cume White House.
Where would our information be seen as most valuable? And where would we be seen quickest? I think that the Vegetation building.
I think there are two different answers for the two different questions you asked. You'd probably be seen quickest at the enforcement station.
Okay.
But there'd probably be someone who could authorize what you're asking for faster at the vegetation office if you were able to get a hold of somebody.
Okay. And it's not smart for me to use any sort of real identity situation unless they can
It would back your play big time.
Yeah, my thought is I could use my actual status and tell them like who I am in exchange for entire secrecy and protection so that they take our stuff seriously and I can go on back home.
It's not impossible.
Why not? Okay.
Why is it not impossible? Do you
No,
want
why
it to
is
be?
it not totally possible?
It is totally possible.
Okay, I think I'm going to discuss with Lillian, with Lillian real quick, because we never revealed my true identity. And I think I started asking about the stuff that was on those drives, and I couldn't remember, I know that that's probably information that they would want too, maybe? So...
She did tell you last session that she'd already handed the drives off before she met with you.
Okay. Thank you for reminding me that. I don't think I'll reveal exactly who I am, but they would tell from the blue skin that I'm up there.
Not necessarily. The blue skin is consortium patented. It is not reserved to the higher-ups. It's reserved to the higher-ups as a voluntary procedure.
Okay.
But if you're in a job where it's useful for them to give you some tech resistance, why wouldn't they?
Yeah. Okay. I don't know what to do, but I feel like there's some trust with Archie and MSG because they're straight up burned. Their identities are burned. And who are you going to tell and them believe you, you know?
Exactly.
So I'm going to explain that I'm Aurora Evard.
The Evards?
Would I know this?
You'd recognize the name. They pretty much run your part of the city.
This is just
What the hell is a kid from the Evards doing here?
Of fucking course.
Okay,
I'm cool.
Aurora, when you say you're cool, nobody believes you.
I'm charismatic.
The cool people don't need to say it out loud.
Fine.
But she won't be a problem.
Isn't her family gonna send out a fucking manhunt for her?
It's only been a few hours.
Her only daughter being gone?
What?
Gonna raise some red flags?
It's only been a few hours. I just got out of the hospital. There is plausible deniability as to why I am not at home right now. But I will have to get back. And I need to have a way to contact you guys.
There's plausible deniability until those videos that those civilians were taking get leaked to the internet.
That's why I went invisible.
Once we go into the government building, they're not going to hide the fact that, hey, we have an Evard.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give them that information. I'm just giving you guys that information. I think it would be best if I just... I don't know,
isn't your image... Isn't your face publicly known?
Yeah, everywhere.
As a child of an Evard?
I don't know that far. I don't know all the way to France, no. I'm not sure about that involvement. Would I know if my dad was involved in the war?
The war itself was 100 years ago. Your dad wasn't involved in the war.
Was he funding? Would they know?
Your dad, your family definitely profited from it.
Okay.
That's great.
And your great-grandfather was a massive proponent, you remember from before he passed, of...
Yeah.
I believe his exact words were, we should just head back across the fucking Steel Sea and shove the nuke back up the fucking communist ass.
He sounds like a great man.
Fantastic at parties.
Yeah, no. Look, he gave
real
great
Kissinger
presents. No, I think, I'm talking about this with you guys and bringing, Lillian into the conversation. Do you think it's a good idea for me to say I am named an Evard, but I'm not an Evard? You know, this is not, I'm not my parents. I'm not... I don't believe those things. And maybe make a deal with those people, in exchange for this, you do not reveal that I was here.
I think that is a deal they would be unwilling to take. They would gain much more benefit from your father knowing you were here. because of both the harm it would do to his reputation and the threats they could make against him.
Okay, so the question is, do we want to start a war, or do we want to get some information?
You have options. But while you guys all contemplate those options, we're going to move to the other side of town.
Good.
Where things are a little more relaxed. Here in Iridian's Entertainers Club, Tiara, you open the door to a haze-filled room with bright lights, people chattering, the clinking of glasses, and beautiful music. As people of all sorts walk around in here, and you see a small stage in the back where they are currently holding auditions.
Lucky break.
Okay, are the entertainment clubs in your world ones which require a dancer's card?
I'm going to say some, but not most, and definitely not this one.
Okay, well that's good either. Well, it doesn't really matter either way because I assume she probably has one.
Yeah.
Is it just auditions, or do they seem like, given the time of night, they're open for business and so on?
It looks like they're open as a bar right now, and are having auditions in the back. You get the feeling with it being midweek, they might not be quite. They might not have entertainment on these nights.
Oh, okay. I want to find a bathroom first.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. You stagger in off the street, covered in blood and dust from your landing and your gunshot wound, and stagger over to a bathroom. Nobody really stops to bother you. You do catch a few sideways glances, but nobody really speaks up. You walk into the bathroom. It's a little one-person bathroom. Lock on the door. Mirror, sink, toilet.
Yeah, so I'll lock the door and turn on the water first to wash my face and stuff off, get the blood off me at least, and then I'll check my data pad.
Yeah, you wash off, check your data pad. Would you like to read your message aloud for the audience? This is sent. This is sent immediately after the hacking of the tablet.
Yeah, so the first one I know says, one of our sources on Gedge just went dark. Were you burned?
You only had the one message. The other beeps were timer warnings.
Were the timer, yeah. Yeah, so I'll dial up a phone call with leaving the water running.
Tiara, is that you?
Yeah, it's me.
You clear?
For now.
Clear to speak. Obviously, you're clear,
yes.
Mom. You're alive. All right. Yeah,
about that.
What happened? We saw we had Gedge's tech go dark, and then didn't hear from you for 20 minutes?
Yeah, the kid is pretty good with technology, so disabled whatever you had tracking or going on the pad. But
all right, did the bomb get them?
My cover wasn't. I do not know. Oh, my cover wasn't initially, I tried to leave before it went off under the guise of going to get, my fix or whatever. And they didn't want me to leave. And it came to a physical altercation. And, well, I don't know if they were inside when the bomb went off or not.
Okay. How'd you get out?
On my feet. I ran like the wind, bullseye.
All right. Ran nothing. So they probably chased
I'm
you
at
then?
this local club, and I'll tell them the name.
Okay.
I broke off into a crowd of people. I don't think that they chased me directly, no.
No, but if they chased after you, they weren't in the building, which means the job... Fuck. Fuck! I knew I should have sent a combat operative. You just... I should have known you weren't ready for something like this. Alright, you said Iridian Entertainers?
Yeah.
Alright, let me check our database. Oh. Well, that's... things might not always work out for you, but you're lucky sometimes. We've got a woman in place there, actually. Came up the same way you did, in fact. But now she mostly passes political information back to us from overseas there. Oh, Lord. All right. Her name's Aria. Get in touch with her and tell her you've been having a hard time with your boyfriend, Yuish, and you need a place to sleep for the night. She'll recognize the passphrase as one of mine.
You said Urish?
Yeah, Yurish.
Okay. I just want to write it for my notes.
And her name was Aria.
Yeah, I got that part. I just wanted to make sure I heard Urish correctly. Yeah, I can do that. We need to look more into this Rory person. They're pretty close to Lillian, the one that you said is
all right, Rory.
Looking for.
Do you have an age and description? The photos you sent didn't have a clear shot of them.
Yeah, I'll describe her height and build and the color of her skin, and I don't really think I know her age, but fairly young, probably early 20s or so.
All right, early 20s, blue skin, deep blue.
Yeah,
like the ones that live in the deep blue or light blue, like. Did it look like one of our enhanced, or did it look like the people from the deeps?
I think it's one of
people from the deeps
enhanced,
have like almost like night that almost like blackish blue that the night sky gets right after twilight fades.
The lighter blue. Yeah, this is the lighter blue.
All right. Well, if she's got that blue, it means she's in our system. I'll see if there's anyone the primary target would have come in touch with recently that fits the profile you gave me.
Yeah, I just, I don't know, something's up. That's the names, I told you the names they gave us, Lil and Rory, so
Lillian gave her...
I'm not quite sure if that's the real name or not, if Lil wasn't the real name of the person you were looking for.
The person's name is Lillian. Seems like they went too creative with that code name.
Yeah, so
and
I
you
assume the
you
other
actually you hear on the other end a pen fall and clatter to a desk. You fucking kidding me? You've done real
No.
good, Yek. Make your way back home. Actually, we're gonna get you a little bit of a bonus. Or you hoping for another promotion, maybe?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Find this Rory.
Should I head now?
No, this Rory's your new primary target. Find them and drag them back to me alive.
I will do my best. Maybe I should meet with Arya before, see if she's got any extra gear I could pick up, things like that.
Yeah. No, definitely meet with her. If she doesn't have gear for you, she'll know someone who will. Like I said, she's our primary operative in the area right now. Good job, Yek.
Yeah,
I'm proud of you.
I'm doing my best, boss. I know I don't always get the desired results, but I'm still learning. I'm still a rookie.
Hey, the results you get might not be desired, but they're useful.
I did install tracker jackers that you gave to me on their equipment, if that helps you with location.
That you use our jackers?
Yes.
You see a request to change the call to hollow.
Yeah, I'll click the button.
He gets on, and you see full, like, the Grinch corners curling into corners grin on his face. Yeah, Cruda, you have just made me a very, very happy man.
Well, that's a good thing. I like that.
You still running off the same bank account, yeah?
Yeah.
You get a ding. As a 500 credit bonus comes through.
Bingo.
All right, yeah. Use the jackers on your equipment first, right?
Yeah, I've got one on mine, and then there's one for sure on Archie and MSG.
Did you keep any of them? You did.
Yeah, I think I have one left.
You had one left. You offered it to Aurora and Lillian, and they declined.
Yeah, I assume they're still together though. So.
All right. Pull the spike off the end. There should be another port on that side. Plug it into yours. And I need you to just go ahead and give me a tech check. Okay. Very attainable DC.
I have 0 to technology, so a 15 on the die.
All right. 15 is exactly what you needed. You see, you plug this in, accept a few prompts on your device, and in the upper right-hand corner, a little satellite map comes up with 3 blinking dots. One Wonderful. At your location, and 2 clustered together in an alley outside of a department store.
I'll also tell him about the conversation that we had as a group before we went off to bed about the connections to the syndicate, and Archie mentioning that the money that he earned from that is still in the floorboards of his shop.
You're just full of pleasant surprises, aren't you?
Hey, a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do to get up in these ranks here.
Yeah. I feel like you're coming for my job. That's all right.
No, I don't want your job.
No, it's all right. You can take it. I won't have it for long. I'll be moving up right alongside you, friend. All right, Ick. Call me when you've got eyes on this Rory of yours. Call me again.
You got it.
When you've got her in your possession.
I'm gonna do my best, but it's 3 of them and 1 of me, and I'm lightly equipped.
Honestly, if you can get me the hollow call with her on the line first, there's a bonus in it for you for that. If you bring her, I cannot tell you how great the reward it will be, because I don't know yet.
Yeah, and the kid, Archie, he goes by, he's got a couple of parents in one of the districts, too, if you want to get a hold of them.
Oh, soon as his shop turned up empty, we brought them in for questioning on concerns about their son. You know, he's been running with a very rough group lately. We're afraid they've radicalized him. And we just really want to bring him back in, maybe put him back in the house with you so that you can remind him of who he really is, you know? Get him into therapy even. All consortium paid, of course. We're so concerned about our citizens.
Yeah, and I'll also give him the names of the couple of syndicate members that she met throughout
you give
all of this.
Yeah, you give him the full download.
Yep.
Right,
Every piece and detail that she knows.
I'll get this up to the boys in the street enforcement, and I'll get maybe I'll put a call into the boys in press too.
Do we have anybody else operating over here, or is it just Arya who isn't really, she's more doing information?
We don't have very many combat operatives stationed over there. Easier to keep the peace that way, but there's a few insertion points.
Okay.
We'd get someone to you if you needed. But
well, like I said, there's more of them than there is.
You'll have to. Yeah. Surprise is quite the equalizer, though.
Yeah, and I'm low on equipment. I mean, I've got my few things on me, but I really don't have a whole lot to make a nab and grab operation super successful by myself.
Oh, that reminds me. That first job. The one with the solar chits, yeah. Your contact made it out of that, right? And you think back to the person who confirmed that you were the insert. Do you remember who that was?
The one at the Synarchy, or the
one in the truck, the first person who came into the truck and asked you if you were the person who was supposed to help them rob it. Actually, let me ask everyone else quick while you think about this. Do any of you remember who that was?
Was it Tony?
I have no idea. I can't remember.
This is not...
The only name that I have from that in my notes is Samson.
Yeah. Samson was your contact at the church. He was not your contact, but he was the priest who gave you the job.
Yeah.
But you remember a bright-eyed, brown-haired boy with dark hollows popping into the truck, and you're the god who's supposed to be helping us, yeah? Or I'm sorry, let me get the voice right. You're the guard who's supposed to be helping us, yeah?
I don't have the name in my notes, so I.
It's Tony.
Tony. Okay, yeah.
I got it right. I hate that. I hate.
Yeah,
the
I didn't
information,
have
but
that.
He's got it right.
I have Tony's and Sid's name in here, but it's not associated with that, so I must have write it down.
Fair enough. No, you were not told his name when you met him. He was just the one who confirmed you were with them.
Okay.
Like your boss didn't tell you his name. You learned his name in the course of the robbery.
Okay. Yeah. What about him?
You made it out all right, yeah? We might have more use for him yet.
Yeah.
I know he said it was just a one-time thing that he needed the chits, but.
And you said I do know his name, right?
Yeah, you know it was Tony who spoke to you.
Okay, you heard I will.
Because even if Tony hadn't told you his name, you heard Archie call him Tony in that truck at least 3 times.
Yeah. So, that he's the one that's really close with the kid.
Tiara, Yek, you keep giving me. We have to teach you how to get a briefing out without me asking questions. But because you have so many wonderful answers.
Well, it's 3:00 in the morning. It's been a long day. My brain's a little fried. I got whacked in the back of the head by a pistol. I fell 40 feet out a window. I'm sorry, boss. I'm a little tired. I'm a little beat up. It's been a long day. I'm sorry.
Hey, you know what? No, you don't need to be sorry. I'm sorry for not considering how long of a day you've had, Yakruta. Change to the parameters. You get Edric a message for me. You tell him we have his parents. We have Tony. We have, what was the other name you said? Sid?
Sid.
We don't have him yet, but we will by the time you reach Edric. And you tell him he gets Rory back into our city. Or every last one of them is going to find out how creative the Consortium's punishments can be.
Yeah, and I'll tell him, speaking of Sid, when we were on our way here, we ran into a...
You ran into the decoy bot.
Yes.
It's an interesting project. I'm not sure the financial investment weighs up to the success yet. But it's certainly interesting.
It worked out pretty well. You know, aside from trying to kill me, it worked out pretty well.
Well, that's a feature, darling. You're undercover. If it didn't try to kill you, that'd look more suspicious.
Yeah, I'm just saying it worked out pretty well. Maybe a little more fine-tuning, but I think...
at the end of the day, it failed. It might work well, but if it can't get the job done, toss it out like yesterday's trash.
That's fair. Please don't toss me in the trash. I'm trying my hardest.
You do well. I wouldn't toss you away, Yak.
But, all right, boss. I think that's all the information I have to give. I mean, I'm sure there's pieces I'm missing because, you know, I'm not around all the time, but that's what I know for now.
We'll bring you in for a full upload soon. And you haven't had a full upload since you started formal service, like since you were a child. Mm-hmm. It is intensely painful, but very useful to the Consortium as they take a scan of all of your memories since your last upload, and they can sort through them at their leisure.
Wonderful.
It has a very high failure rate, but most of the time a failure just means they don't get the memories. You know, no use in not trying. What's a little pain?
All right, so I'm gonna go find this Aria here, and I'll keep you posted.
All right. You are able to find Arya. Arya is actually back in the audition area. She's not managing them, but she is like watching, and you can see her occasionally like writing notes down. Someone, I'm going to say one of the bartenders points her out to you so you can approach. About 6'2", nut brown skin, piercing gray eyes, with short hair, kept almost like shaved to the skin on the sides, and then tight curls on the top that fall down to about the top of her ear, dyed a pleasant honey blonde. And she smiles at you. You here for auditions, love?
Actually, I'm having a hard time with my boyfriend Yurish, and I was wondering if maybe you could lend me an ear, dancer to dancer.
Oh, of course. Why don't we go back to my dressing room? Speaking a little privacy.
That would be wonderful, thank you.
She walks with you, all smiles, has a nice word to say to everyone you pass. And the second the door closes, you see the facade drop as she becomes all business. Right. So, you need assistance?
Yeah.
Hiding?
Gear and a place.
Gear
and a place to hide, if you've got it, please.
Gear and a place to hide, I can do that. You're welcome to stay here in the dressing room. I've got a fold-out cot over there. And she hits the base of the floor-length mirror here that is attached to the wall, and you see it flip around with a selection of weaponry. There are 2 flash grenades, 2 fragmentary grenades, a blaster rifle, 2 blaster pistols, and 2 vibro daggers. It's not much, but it's all yours. And I've got a couple of med packs over here as well.
Good, I need that.
All right, and she gets you geared up. You can you can take note of what you're gonna get from her, and you can go ahead and use. You can either save that med pack or use it. We're gonna flash back to the others.
There's
Rory,
just one
you are. There is just one.
Okay,
I can get my hands on more. I can get my hands on more for you, but it'll take me a bit.
I'm going to use this one now so I can... Actually, I'm just going to try to rest this off. Thank you for your help. I'm going to empty out your cash here. Appreciate you.
All right, thank you. And others. You are in an alleyway outside a department store, Rory having just bought a hoodie. Via Lillian.
Stuff, you know?
So we're going to a government entity then to be a turncoat or what?
I feel way more comfortable talking to the politicians than I do the fucking cops.
Lillian looks at you. Mark, you're not a turncoat. They turned on you first.
True. And then, Aurora, you're taking off or what?
What did we decide in the back chat?
I
This is something we would have been discussing this entire time.
I think the last thing said was, I think I'd rather stick together for a bit just in case, and then an okay.
Okay, yeah, perfect. So yeah, I'll go with you, but I'm not gonna... I'm just gonna keep going by Rory, and I'm gonna kind of like... just be quiet, maybe pretend to be deaf. That could work.
Okay.
I know ASL.
Might not be a bad idea for some of us to stick outside either, just in case.
Okay.
As a consideration. If we all... I don't want to leave anyone alone, and I can't see how the 4 of us would split up that in such a way that all of us with information went in.
Okay.
So who do you think would be best? I mean, I think I should stay outside. I think
Yes,
that
but I
would
don't
be in
know
my
who
best
should
interest,
stay with
but
you. I
RT
can't.
or MSG?
Mark can't. Archie, you've got valuable information, although more on the technical side, I suppose. We could always
I can
say
with
we
her.
have a friend. Are you sure?
Yeah. You said that.
If anything happens to Aurora, I'd rather her be in Mark's hands than mine. She'll be way more safe.
Fair enough.
Worst
that's
case
the
scenario,
plan?
we tell them we have someone who used to work with the consortium as a veteran, and then we bring him in.
Fair enough. Right. At cafe down the street, do you two want to wait there, and we'll meet you afterwards, or send a message along to, well, probably you, Archie.
Yeah.
Just in case there was an issue with getting into Mark's, getting that virus out of Mark's piece. I trust your work, but
I know this was mentioned like with Yek's scene, but I feel like we probably would have talked about the tracker jackers. Do you think? I don't know. I don't want to like metagame, but I just remembered what the tracker. Like I didn't remember that, but I know that.
you can give me a tech check.
Okay.
You and Archie. Mark, you can give one too if you want. I just know that's.
Can I give myself guidance for this?
I'm gonna say no because this is a posthumous tech check to see if you noticed anything off about the tracker jackers while you had them nearby.
Heck.
Natural 20.
Hey! There we go! There we fucking go! I rolled a 4.
What's
For a
the
19.
tech modifier?
Intelligence, and I don't
Tech
think
is-
you. I don't know if you have proficiency.
I don't. But I have. I rolled a 16, so I got a 19.
I got a natural 20 for a 19.
I got a 24.
All right. You think just on that mention of tracking and the tech, Mark and Archie, I'm going to say on a nat 20, I will count it as the same as I would have and just a 20, which was the DC. I'll let you pass with a nat 20, 19.
Oh, well, thank you.
So kind.
Benevolent GM.
Archie, it's a little odd. I just realized I still have the nightclub background playing. Archie, those tracker jackers. You haven't worked with tracker jackers before, but I don't know. Just something seems weird about them. Like they were heavier than something a piece of tech that big should be.
Yeah.
And Mark, I'm gonna say, since Yak handed to you and had you install them yourself, you don't know exactly what this means, but you remember accidentally taking the cap off the wrong end first, and then Yak correcting you and saying, "No, this end goes in."
I feel like I could ask Archie this because I know he knows tech. So, Archie, would a tracker jacker unplugged still be able to track?
So a tracker jacker is not supposed to be able to track at all. It's supposed to remove trackers.
Okay. Never mind.
By going in and overriding the location function of the data pad.
Okay, so our locations can be tracked.
No, your
should
location,
assume-
according with the way a tracker jacker works.
Yeah,
Right,
no,
a
I
normal
mean,
tracker jacker,
the fact
you would
that we
assume that your
noticed this-
location can't be
Yeah.
turned on.
But Archie noticed that it might not be an actual tracker jacker with the high tech check. Was that?
Not even that it wasn't an actual tracker jacker. Archie can tell that this functions as a tracker jacker, but there was it was a little too heavy, almost like there was extra tech in there.
Yeah, and Tiara, and I mentioned to Out, those tracker jackers, I tried to put it in the one way I know it out, and then Tiara told me to turn it around because I put on the wrong side.
You know, tracker jackers should only have one insert point.
They usually only have one insert.
Not you. Sorry, that was for RG.
Okay.
I forgot you can't see who's part of the screen I'm making contact with for a sec. Eye contact with for a second.
Get with it.
Learn to read which one of you I'm looking at. My head visibly turns for every different one.
Well, I'm starting to think they weren't.
You should be able to tell the difference between me looking at you and me looking at Hooli. That's a joke.
Well,
We're actual fucking tracker
I
trackers. I think we're compromised.
I have an idea. Well, first, y'all need to dump your phones. This, like, I didn't accept one of those, so I'm not super worried about it, but I think the best way for us to dump our phones, for you to dump your phones, is for while you guys go into that building, like if you can get a burner phone, Archie, or Lillian can use her phone, MSG and I go to the train, put the phones in someone's pocket that's about to get on the
Send them
train,
somewhere else.
and then meet at the cafe.
Hell yeah.
MSG takes off his data pad and hands it to Aurora.
I think that's
Oh,
our
yeah.
best option.
I think that's
But-
a brilliant plan. I think that's a brilliant plan, Rory. Good job. Aurora. You know what? Let's stick to Rory just so that
Rory's
no one
easiest.
overhears.
Mm-hmm.
Archie's gonna take one last peek at his data pad before he hands it off.
You've had it on silent, right?
Yep.
That's what I thought.
Fuck you.
You got some messages.
Oh great. Let's take a peek, shall we?
1, 2, or 3. You're going to open the oldest message first or the newest?
I'm gonna read them in order, so oldest.
This is
Okay.
a regretful gander.
This
That's
is
what you're
this is
taking.
gonna be a regretful decision, but you know what? We're here. We're already doing it.
Oldest message is from Tony. Hey, you haven't checked in for a minute. I hope you're okay.
Next one.
Next message is from your dad.
Fuck me.
Archie, I'm real worried about you. I'm hearing some bad things, and I want you to know your mother and I are still here to help you, no matter what, okay?
Next one.
Next one's the longest one.
Oh no. Kill me.
Archibald Edric.
No, it's Archimedes. It's
Archimedes.
Edric.
Archimedes, my bad.
Yes.
Archimedes Edric. What are you getting yourself into? Your father and I are worried sick. Consortium officers stopped by our house in the middle of the night. You see this text is sent at like 10 p.m. and told us that you're getting into all sorts of trouble. They said you're suspected, and you see the "they saids" are typed out. Like your mother is speaking into the phone and letting voice text through the folder clearly.
riddled with spelling errors. I get it. I
Yeah.
know the type.
Yeah. They said you might have committed a murder, Archie. A murder. My boy, this is not the son I raised. And I don't know what these hooligans you're running around with are getting you into, but you're better than this and you need to come home. Mom. Sorry, enter dash mom. Okay.
That's such a boomer thing to do. Oh my god.
Yeah, as if you don't know.
Would I know the direct line to Tony, like Tony's like direct number off the top of my head? Or is that
It's
something
saved in your phone.
I know it's saved in my phone, but like in my brain.
Give me an
You
intelligence
could look
check.
it up on your phone.
But if
I think
get
it's about
the new
the
data
burner
pad,
phone. Yeah.
You could look it up on your phone and memorize it.
active,
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, you can give me just an intelligence check to memorize it. DC 10.
that's a 14.
There you go. Yeah, yes, you know Tony. You know Tony's number by heart.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna hand my data pad to Aurora then. Be like, here, get rid of this as soon as you possibly can.
I'll even say, what was that check? A 24?
No, it was a 14.
No. Sorry, on the tech. That's all. My bad. Tech check was a 24.
14.
You know the only thing that tracker jacker would be able to affect is your location.
Okay.
Like, there's not that much that could be added on to that piece of tech and still have it stay visibly the same size.
Hey,
Okay.
Chip.
Yes.
I wanted to send a message to Archie. Would it be one that he would get before he had taken his wrist pad off, or no?
Are you taking your rest before that you send the message?
No, I want to send the message before.
Yeah, you can send the message.
Yeah, so if you're...
I'm
if
sorry. I don't think you ever got Archie's information.
Oh, that's fair. Well, no, I should have it, right? Because we texted after the...
You did text. You texted while you were at the club.
Yeah.
Or the bar.
With the body thing going on when the guy from the syndicate...
Yep. From the Synarchy, yeah.
Synarchy, yeah.
I made a huge mistake starting two of my major factions with the same three
Yeah,
letters.
that's what I was going to say. That's what you get.
You done messed up.
It's just... Synarchy is just such a cool word, and I'd already named the syndicate.
Rookie mistake.
Yeah, so on the way, when I was headed to this club, would I have passed like a noodle stand or like a restaurant or something like that?
While you were headed to this club, I think you were looking for a safe place, or passed. Yeah, you passed a noodle stand.
Okay, yeah, so I would just send a message to Archie that says, meet me at the noodle stand, come alone, your parents, something along the lines of come alone or your parents get it, something like that from my number. And then that would be what the message would be.
Yeah,
smiley face, heart emoji.
You're such a fuck. Oh my god.
Yeah, Archie,
Heart
I think
emoji.
this message pops up as your fourth unread message while you're looking through the others. So as you, seconds after you finish reading the one from your mom, face in your hand, you hear, or you don't even hear, but you see, as you are sort of half looking down, notification from Tiara.
Fuck it. I'll read it. Whatever.
Meet me at the noodle stand on... I don't know French, so we're going to say Orchard Street and Green Street.
Détroit Street.
Omelette de fromage.
Bonjour and je t'aime streets.
No. No, I refuse.
Omelette de fromage. Yes.
I learned French once. It's not on my list of languages to learn again.
Same.
But yeah, you get a text threatening your parents' lives if you don't meet Tiara alone at this noodle stand.
Do we see concern on Archie's face
Yes.
after the?
Yeah, would you have read that out loud?
I wouldn't have read it out loud, but you'll see this fucking look on my face.
Yeah,
That looks like I seen a ghost.
You seem
It's
a
a
bit
massive-
concerned. Are you okay?
Massive escalation of the concern that was already showing after reading the previous three.
Your face kind of went from 0 to 50 to 100.
I'm gonna quickly delete the message from Yek, and then I'm just gonna say, my parents are pissed. I haven't really reached out to them in a bit. You guys... I have some business I have to take care of. You guys go on without me.
Right. We just went through this with Tiara.
I understand this is a bit...
What business?
I think we have confirmation that Tiara's actually working with the consortium because she wants to speak with me alone, or they're gonna threaten my parents' safety. So, I think
Well, that could be the Syndicate or the Synarchy.
And
Probably-
even if it is the
probably more Syndicate.
consortium,
Probably more Syndicate or Consortium, honestly, though. That's more along those lines of operation than the Synarchies. They like
well,
the...
considering the consortium went to my parents and snitched on me, I'm gonna say she's working with the consortium.
Ah, yeah, you didn't share that information, yes? Wonderful. No, yes. Well, that gives us some confirmation. Where does she want you to meet her?
There's some noodle stand. She wants me to come and reach her by. I don't know if it's a good idea to go alone, but at this point, I don't want to bring my parents into it more than they have to.
here's the thing about the consortium. There's no way they don't have your parents right now.
Exactly. I'm not.
And I'm not
Example.
saying that you get to make your own choice, free will. But I think no matter what happens, there's always going to be a threat to your parents.
Yeah, you kind of there's
Burned or not burned, there will always be a threat to your parents.
Yeah.
It's up to you whether you want to go. And I know that sucks.
if you go the consort, they will know that they will be able to use your parents as cards against you.
They already are.
If you don't, then they will leave them alone.
No, they won't.
Are you certain about that?
No, they won't, Mark. You served against the Nexus. You know better. Even after they stopped operations for 6 months, you were still knocking down doors.
Whether you go or
What they'll
don't,
do,
they're
Archie,
still going to hurt your parents.
Archie, what they'll do is, if you go, they'll play friendly. They'll even maybe let your parents outside. But
Don't
they'll be
you have a
trapped
techno-
by an invisible jail of people always watching, always waiting for the next time you come under threat, that you become a threat. And the second you do, your parents will be snatched back up. If you don't go, the consortium doesn't lie in its threats.
I have to go. I'm not taking this chance.
Right.
If it's a fucking grab operation to try to snatch me up, fine, whatever. They can do whatever the hell they want to me. They can't do that to my parents.
If I'm being honest, I can't think of what they'd want from you other than an example. So, from an operational standpoint, your loss is acceptable. If this is your choice, I support you.
I'm going. But first, I'm going and picking up a burner data pad before I do anything.
Here. Lillian hands you hers. Use this. I know it's clean.
Thank you. I
I'll get
appreciate it.
I'll get myself a boner. I've got all my contacts up here anyways.
Good.
If our data pads are being tracked, and the tracker tractor wasn't actually real, then she'll see that your pad isn't with you.
Yeah, that is true.
Mark has a point.
Yeah.
She might be watching to see if you start walking over.
Fuck it, and I'll take mine.
MSG, I still think we should put yours on the train. They'll think we split up.
Oh no, I handed mine to you.
Is the train station near that noodle stand?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Pretty
it's
close
in the
by.
same direction. So it could seem like we're going together, but then we split up.
Yeah. Do we someone has to be able to keep line of sight on Archie just in case this is a grab operation. If it's just a meeting and she lets you walk away, lets your parents go, great. If not, I'm more worried I'm actually less worried if it's a grab. Then they'll keep you alive to ask questions. If they're trying to make an example out of you, they've already dropped a bomb on Harmony territory today. What's one murder?
Exactly.
I think that MSG and I should go with you, Lillian, whether you come with us or not, because you have my contact information.
I'm not going to walk into the vegetation palace alone.
It's not smart. We gotta do it. You gotta go with someone.
Yeah.
Well, Rory can turn invisible and be around you.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Rory needs to be walking your data pad to the train, though, so it looks like you're splitting up.
And I think that as I put your data pad on the train, I should text Archie's phone and say, dude, you missed the train.
That'd be smart.
So it really,
Get him
really
off the
looks
track.
like you're alone.
Yeah. I think that's a good plan. I think that's a fair plan.
So, Lillian, are you
All
coming
right.
with us?
I'm coming with... She looks around, looks at you, Aurora, looks at Mark. Mark. It's going to be a slower process, but you'll be able to get a report in faster. Would you want to go talk to enforcement and lodge a report?
Yeah, I know the procedures better than you might.
That's
Not sure.
I think it's a safe bet.
Than the politics. Yeah,
Yeah.
procedure over politics. All right, why don't you go file a report saying that you were in the apartment that was exploded, and you have reason to believe it was a consortium bomb. You were just here visiting family, right? Do you have family in this part of the world? Visiting a friend.
Visiting a friend, yeah.
Or there we go. Visiting a friend's family when the bomb came. You were visiting Tiara's family.
Sounds good.
Bomb only took out one apartment, sprayed the walls out there. Okay. Archie, you studied engineering, yes?
Yeah.
Do you recall your lessons on weapons of war?
Yes.
Contained blast, does that sound more like a T-170 plasma or a J-130? And go ahead and she's going to give you the help action on a tech check to try to identify the make of the bomb.
So I roll with advantage?
Yes, you roll. I'm going to say you roll flat, actually, because this takes away the disadvantage of not having actually seen the bomb itself.
You also have a point of inspiration.
Yeah, I was going to
you
say
do have an
you do have
inspiration.
info.
Ooh. That doesn't matter because I just rolled, what's a 16 plus 6? That's 22, right?
22.
Yeah, 22.
Yes.
You think back, managing to contain itself against plaster and drywall, but still blow out brick, has to be a J-130.
Sounds like a J-130 to me. Why?
Mark, tell them you saw a consortium stamp on the bottom left hand of the bomb right before you jumped out the window.
I'm very perceptive.
Mark, we need to get you a burner.
Yeah.
Is there a place on the way
I think-
that...
Damn. Right. Mark, your face is probably the least looked for right now. Do you want to duck into this store and buy yourself one quick? And you realize you're standing in the alley outside a department store again, still.
Yeah, I can.
This
I
is
can
like
do
the
that.
only place that's open right now. I keep saying department store. It's closer to a supermarket.
Yeah, I can. I just need some.
It's like a
credit sticks for it.
7-Eleven. There's always a track phone. at a
More like
7-Eleven.
more like one of those fancy Walmarts that's more than one floor.
Oh.
Yeah, just get a Cricket wireless phone. We'll be fine.
Wee.
Yeah, you run in, get yourself a burner. We're just going to time skip past that. It's not a big deal.
I want to make sure that my like the contacts with mine, Archie's, and well, maybe not Archie's right now, but mine and Lillian's are mom and dad, so that it's really inconspicuous.
Okay, cool.
That's just a smart idea. I would have
Yeah.
told MSG.
Yeah, absolutely. And you all go to split and head your separate ways, and that is where we will call this session. Thank you all for joining me tonight. We have 4 episodes left of this after this of season 1.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I've been your GM Chipper. With me tonight, as always, I have the illustrious Maggie playing Dr. Archie Edric, the ever-entertaining Gabby as Aurora Rory Avard, the marvelous Vinny as Mark Swank-Gedge, or MSG, and, of course, why has the nightclub noise not stopped playing? I've clicked it 3 times.
I don't hear anything. If that
I
makes you
hear
feel
it.
any better.
Every once in a while, there's just this weird alien chittering, and that's the only time I hear it.
That's what I hear.
I don't hear shit.
Get your ears
How are
checked.
Chip and
Says-
I the deaf ones, able to hear it, but you're not? That does
I don't know.
not make sense.
All right. Anyways, and of course, as always, our founder, producer, runner, game runner, player, and storyteller, Hooli, as Yakruta, Tiara. I'm sure there were a couple other names we've tossed around at some point or another.
Yep. I'm going
I've
with
been-
something real great next. I'm going to go with
Uh,
Judy.
Judy.
But yeah,
That's iconic.
come and catch us tomorrow night, where Hooli will be running Chronicles of Aurelia. Monday night, where we will be playing Delirium, a Grim Hollow campaign. Next Thursday, where we are returning to the Redeeming Corruption, our Tales of the Yawning Portal game. And 10 minutes from now, when I keep talking until Max passes out on camera.
Real EP hours here, guys.
No, thanks for joining us, gang. We're going to get out of here so that Max can be EP elsewhere. Bye.
Bye.